Ladies and gents, home studio reaction. This is Factorio review. Ritalin Really Helps. Re-reaction, I guess. Yeah, I did re-reaction of certain Seth videos, so why not Factorio? Right? I mean, I remember the whole Factorio series from Martin Saitopen's expanding to Factorio and his review. I also did review from Mandalore Gaming. But it all started with Seth's reaction. But I don't remember much from this, what he reacted. I don't remember from Martin and Mandalore because it was kind of recent, right? Because this was the first time I watched of anything Factorio related when I did the review. So obviously most of the things kind of went over my head. But it's best to do re-reaction if I'm going to do one. So why not? Factorio overall is just fucking incredible game. It's one of my top list of playing games, right? And if I'm going to play basically on the channel too. I mean, why the fuck not? I have a channel. And apparently Factorio's type of game that I should play it on channel. So yeah, I like how in this game it's all about industry, global warming. Basically, we are the protagonists, so but it's sketchy if we are the good guy or not, because apparently we are killing off the planet and the creatures attack us. And our job is to just get the fuck out of the planet. If we don't use mod, that is. So yeah, let's watch it.
Hey people, Seth here. Today, I'll be reviewing a game whose popularity is directly tied to vaccine use. Factorio, previously marketed as Trump's wall defense simulator, is a game where you dominate a resource-rich landscape to establish civilization and fend off the waves of unwashed brown masses that want to destroy everything because technology and tools terrify them. You crash land on a strange planet. Your objective is simple. Build a big fuck-off rocket and get off the planet. The hard part is actually doing it. You'll need to use everything you've learned from your liberal arts degree to construct an automated factory that will turn the natural resources of your environment into useful byproducts, defenses, and research ingredients. As you progress, your factory gets larger, your output gets bigger, and the amount of pollution you spit out increases. Difficulty increases proportionally to uncontrolled pollution, pisses off the local wildlife, and the carcinogens induce them to evolve, settling once and for all the question of whether smoking makes you rapidly evolve and develop gigantism. What the Bible missed in translation for the story of David and Goliath was that Goliath chain-smoked Lucky Strikes. Hordes of brown, featureless, illegal aliens will attempt to attack and destroy your
The game is so fucking crap. One guy basically lands on a planet with his engineering degree, just builds the fucking factory like how that's how easy it is. I have an engineering degree, so apparently I can do this too if I land on a planet.
Factory, attracted by the sweet siren call of progress. These aliens evolve and change as the game progresses, leading to larger and more ferocious forms. Occasionally, several aliens may group together and go out as a scouting party from their nests.
Well, technically, global warming, basically, pollution and warming might do that. So, I don't know how far-fetched that is. But yeah, basically they just use, okay, pollution is making bugs bigger. Excuse, it works.
If space is available, they form an alien favela. Such favelas contain a limitless amount of anchor babies, which will spawn endlessly to attack and overwhelm your factory's economy. It's good. The game is really good, and far more comfy than you'd expect. Usually I put on some background music and just build away. The big joy of it all is the creativity you find yourself capable of. Your factories could be finely tuned, optimized, and well-oiled machines that run on minimal supervision. Or they could be my factories, which, well, they work. Sometimes. I like to think of my early constructions more as abstract works of art. There's beauty behind it once you look past the rough surface, burn it, and start over again. Factorio is everything I've ever wanted in an automation game, with a tight focus on what it wants to be.
Well, the best thing about this is, if you get high or something, right? Or drugs or something, that's when you should play Factorio, because it would be so awesome to see what output you come up with, like what type of factories you make. Because right now I can already think of certain scenarios like, okay, I mean, obviously when you play a factory, you want to do, you have to have that kind of mentality. I want to make this as efficient as I can. But what if you don't want that? What if you just want a factory to work and do everything in your power to make it weird, but just work? That would be so good.
There's nothing in Factorio's design I can call needless, unnecessary, or convoluted. It's a sandbox that gives you an ultimate goal to strive towards, but respects you to figure that out on your own, or fail horribly, and die horribly because you forgot that a single laser gun firing non-stop drains 2.5 fucking megawatts off your power grid, and you weren't gonna stop at building one, were you? So you black out your entire electrical system, which means the inserters no longer have power to insert coal into your boilers to fuel your fucking steam engines to generate your power in the first place, leading to a permanent blackout conveniently at the time a roving horde of aliens launches an assault.
That's so
Luckily,
good.
you can always save and load the game to plan out your strategy. Or you can just delete your save game and never play this again. The game is remarkably stable and well optimized by...
Seth constantly says, right, this game is so good, I recommend you to uninstall and never play it again. The game is that level of good. I like the whole element, right? I remember first time I reacted to this where he talked about this particular part, and I'm like, that's the best thing ever. A game which basically consequences are applied to your action. If you can't just do things willy-nilly left and right? That's the best thing about this game. If you don't plan out shit right, everything goes haywire, and at the critical time when you need your defenses. And like you said, once the power go out, you can't even make power now because there is no power. It is so good.
Devs to handle huge factories with immense amounts of automation. Never once during my hundreds of hours of playing this game did I ever experience slowdown. Much like the infinite bounds of autism, the map is also infinite and will scale as you explore it. FACTORIO thrives on its modability, which is also its main appeal. The base game is very well balanced, but if you want additional options for power, production, resources, or tools at your disposal, there's an entire pool of community mods waiting to be downloaded, which leads to my next point, DRM. The devs of FACTORIO put no copy protection into the base game, so it's effortless to pirate. Hell, I did it to begin with. However, they host all
This is what I don't get it. How can he say that? I mean, I get it, this game is one of his earlier games from 2017, I guess. I'm pretty sure around this time he didn't have much of game reviews, right? Of the recent good reviews that we are seeing, this is one of them. Before this, I guess his games are more like, you know, those porn games or something like that, some anime style, right? So this is kind of his, you know, reviews when it started to get good. So I get it, he might not have much of subscriber, like maybe few thousand subscribers or something around this time. But still, it's ridiculous, he can just say that and get away with it.
Community mods on their own server, meaning that if you want download access for all the mods in the game, you'll need a legitimate license key to use their servers. It's a very interesting system, and probably lends itself to helping you figure out whether you like the game or not. Personally, I fucking love it. If you enjoy calm-paced problem solving and creative building with a lot of replayability, then this is exactly for you. The developers don't do sales, but they fixed the price of the game to be 20 freedom bucks or 20 Deutschmarks, whichever you choose. Or you can use a Russian proxy and take advantage of a recession and actually just pay for it in rubles. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. The next one is extremely obscure, but also very pornographic, so you guys should...
Alright, I was gonna stop this, but apparently people told me that there is more thing in the end credits. I'm gonna make a video about lots of Seth videos end credits. Apparently end credits have something in it too. I usually just stop at the end credits.
Love that. A big thank you to the extensive Merchants Guild patrons that made all of this possible. Have a good one.
That's it. In this one there's nothing much. Alright, obviously this review was way too short than it should have been. Why didn't I think he should make a FACTORIO review or something. He does that, right? I'm pretty sure he deleted one of the Might and Magic? Heroes of Might and Magic video and made another one just a year or so ago. So he does do that. He can revisit one. He should definitely revisit FACTORIO, because this is just the game that, you know, it'd be really fun to see what he does, right? All the different factories, different scenarios he creates with. But yeah. Alright people, that was FACTORIO, as a great game can be. I mean, I love how somebody just thought of it. People always make games where you build an empire and just fucking fight. Why not make a game where you build factories and try to get away with it? And add all this element of it, like you have to take care of the whole different problems, like you don't have enough oil, how are you supposed to run these machineries? You don't have enough electricity to power your defenses. What if there's a blackout, right? Oh holy shit, you just went ballistic and just started to build, but what about global warming now? This is so good. All the different elements you have to think about. Alright, well, that was Factorio reaction, I guess, and this was by the channel ssethtzeentach. If you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe. Check out the reaction. There's a link in the description. Check out the cards, cards. Comment down if you want to react to any specific video. Yeah, I'll see you next time.